Today's the day. Not so long ago, we got the emoji. And then this morning, we got the update in the Expedition. So let's take a moment and dive into these patch notes. Hey travelers, welcome back to Ghostlight. I'm excited. This morning I woke up to just a flurry of messages from Discord and from Twitter that the update was here. It dropped really early this morning, and I haven't yet had a chance to dive into it. Because what I want to do is jump into these patch notes first and try to be maybe a little bit surprised by some of the features. So, come on with me. Let's figure this stuff out. First up, we see that this is called the Aquarius update. Now, all of my speculation was completely wrong, but through the comments on my speculation video, many of you were right. This is a water-based update. The amphora in question was meant to indicate that it was holding water, and a lot of you guessed that, so kudos to all of you. We see that this is update 5.10 for No Man's Sky, and it's maybe at face value a relatively small update, but I think we're going to find that it's not. This is actually packed full of features. And it's accompanied with an expedition, which will hopefully be live streaming later today. But to start, it says, today we are excited to introduce the Aquarius update. This latest expansion to No Man's Sky is free to download for existing players and introduces something that felt like the perfect complement to the new water introduced in Worlds Part 1, fishing. So here we see that this was something that was on their minds. World Part 1 introduced beautiful water mechanics that we all love and we can't stop taking pictures of. And this seems to be like just the next step, right? Introducing fishing, which is a feature that I know a lot of people enjoy in other games that just makes sense for No Man's Sky. Now, here it is. We see fishing in No Man's Sky is uniquely relaxing experience. Players can now explore the universe to find their perfect waterside spot, hopping with fish, sit and relax alone with your thoughts, or stand alongside fellow travelers as you look out over alien vistas, waiting for a bite. And we see it, like you can see just below the surface of the water, the fish swimming around, like normal sized fish. A lot of times in No Man's Sky, we see very large underwater fauna, but these seem relatively small, like kind of true to life. You can see them like swimming in schools and whatnot. We get a couple of examples: an eel, a redfin, a shark, a dartfish, urchin, but these can't be all of them. I feel like there's a much larger inventory of fish that we're going to have to try to locate. I assume they're going to be varied in their rarity. The thrill of the catch lies in the fact that you never quite know what you're going to pull up. The variety of aquatic life ranges vastly from common minnow-like fish to huge alien marine mammals. That's awesome. Catches will greatly vary from planet to planet, and dedicated anglers will have to travel far to find the rarest of fish. So, as anyone could guess, this is going to be procedural. We don't know what planets will have what fish. I'm sure that we'll figure out pretty quickly what the algorithm is kind of pointing us to. But right now, it seems that you're going to have to really work to find all of the fish, which is kind of great. It gives another aspect to exploration, but like a completely different part of exploration, which is wildly exciting. I'm really stoked about fishing. Who would have thought? Next, we see the Exos Skip. Now, this isn't a boat per se. This is a platform that you place into water that you can fish from. Now, this particular section does indicate that there will be some other features as well. So the Exos Skip ventures into the ocean on your deployable Exos Skip. This customizable fishing platform floats over the rough seas and has its own bespoke cold storage inventory. So this seems to be a new inventory type that's only accessible from the skiff, I assume, that you can store your fish, like just so that they're not clogging up your exosuit inventory or maybe your ship or your freighter. And this is perfect because everyone's going to want to try to collect these fish. And we already have so much stuff, right? Making it the perfect way to hunt for those fish that are only found in deep waters. Now, in the last update, Worlds Part 1, we had that Bomber Boy and other data miners pulling out unused biomes that weren't active in Worlds Part 1, but they were present. And again, they were modded into the game. We had people exploring them. I didn't myself. I play on PS5, but we knew that this was in the pipeline. We thought maybe with Worlds Part 2, it seems that this is like the perfect marriage of ideas between the water mechanics, the fishing, and deep water biomes. Now, this isn't saying that, but I think it's hinting towards it. We get a really good look at the skiff. It looks beautiful. It's very No Man's Sky. I do see some Atlas language on it. I wonder what that says. We also have an awning that looks just like the solar ship sails, which is just fantastic. Explore to find rare catches. Travelers who wish to complete their fishing log will have to explore a huge range of different environments and water conditions, such as crafting specialist bait to attract rare catches and elusive legendary fish. Okay, so different rarities of fish, obviously. Legendary fish, that's exciting. Something that I find interesting here is that different environments and conditions, which means that, rough seas may steer certain types of fish away, or maybe only certain fish show up in rough seas. Specialist bait, it seems that we have a bait box now that we can, let's see, what does it say? Insert bait or lures to attract specialist fish or to improve catch chances. Any food stuff may be used as bait. That's pretty cool. So it looks like we put bait inside a bait box and then cast our line. But we can use lures and bait, which is interesting. I haven't seen anything about lures. I wonder what that's talking about specifically. Maybe we'll get to that. But any food, we can use anything, it seems. While you're waiting patiently to catch a bite, why not drudge for messages in a bottle? All right, for those who have passed this way before. So this seems to be at least some hint of lore in this update, which, I'm excited about. But I wonder if this is going to be significant lore. Again, maybe it's linked to the abyss. That's very aquatic. Or if it's going to be maybe other anglers, other fishermen that have been through saying things like, hey, this is a great fishing spot. Again, I can't wait to find out. Automated fishing traps. It seems that we're going to be able to build fishing farms. It says research the automated trap blueprint to establish your own autonomous floating fish farm to gather in fish while you explore elsewhere. I wonder if we can catch the legendary fish this way, or if this is going to be more for like common fish, maybe for food or interesting. Maybe we can put the bait boxes in these traps. Now this part talks about the Aquarius Expedition. It begins today, just like that Bomber Boy said it would, and will run for approximately 6 weeks. So this expedition is going to put us on a quest across the galaxy to catch fish, to gather stories, and to think about the one that got away. Now, players who complete the Aquarius Expedition will earn a beautiful, detailed set of deep sea customization parts. I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's base parts or if that's going to be just the exosuit parts, including unique underwater jetpack. Okay, so probably exosuit customizations. We see the milestone badges and the overall expedition badge here. They look pretty cool. They have sort of a 70s retro kind of look, like a sort of subdued colors and whatnot. New cooking recipes, which makes a lot of sense. We're catching fish, why not cook them? Of course, this newfound ability to farm the lakes, seas, and oceans. You want to develop your cooking skills with all new recipes and ingredient combinations. So we have cooked fish, and it seems like we're going to have recipes associated with those cooked fish. They're giving us some examples. It just looks like when you cook fish, you have certain ones come up: steaks and pickled fish, mollusk flesh, grilled fillet, fish fry. But I wouldn't be surprised if there were some other hidden recipes to be found. The fishing record. So this is huge. So in the Wonders catalog, we now have a collection of fishing information. So you can record all of your catches, all of your finds, and they'll be placed here. And there seems to be a lot of them. Now, I'm seeing a lot of repeating models, but with different colors, even different, it looks like some of them seem kind of translucent. I don't know. It's flashing really quickly on the screen. It's hard to see. But it seems like there's going to be a lot of different variations of the similar models. I even see some jellyfish in there. Oh, and they're gonna record. They're gonna have weight records as well as just the history of the fish. I wonder if we're gonna get some lore there as well. I'm really looking for lore. The deep sea diving suit. Again, we're hearing a lot about deep sea, deep water. So this says hardened against extreme conditions found beneath the waves. This diving suit is perfect choice for both deep water exploration. There it is, and an afternoon's fishing. And it looks great. Like, I love this way more than the other fishing helmet that we had, the underwater helmet that reminds me of Scooby-Doo. In this set of exosuit customizations, it looks very much like armor. Like, I could see this being kind of a part of maybe a away team. It has a very sort of like kind of steampunky armor feel to it. I don't know. It's cool though. I like the flippers on the footwear, on the boots. Aquarius poster collection. So we see a sea chart, Bounty of the Sea, which is just a list of fish, and a gone fishing poster, which is outstanding. The Lost Angler's Rig. Okay. Complete the fishing expedition to uncover the fishy tail of the lost angler and earn the use of their exclusive fishing equipment. Now, I don't know if, are these multi-tools in and of themselves, or is this tech that we're installing into existing multi-tools? Now, saying that the Lost Angler has their own fishing rod, it seems like they're going to be their own multi-tools, but maybe this is a special multi-tool that you get that has a fishing rod installed. I don't know. A tentacled figurine, a synthetic polymer companion for your starship's cockpit. Now, we haven't had a new bobblehead in a while, but it seems like we're gonna get a little creature of the sea that we can put in our ships, and that is outstanding. And then here we get a better look at the flight pack. The Aquarius flight pack, hardened against the extreme conditions found beneath the waves. This jetpack replacement allows for smooth and stylish passage through the murky abyss. I mean, it looks great. It still has that same look as the exosuit parts. It seems like it might be a little bit smaller, which I like. Mostly focused on pushing through the sea and not big wings to fly. So I don't know if this is going to have any function, if it's just fashion, but we can certainly install all of our jetpack upgrades for underwater exploration, which would be great. Here we have the community spotlight, which these things are always impressive. People's drawings and their renderings. We have the 3D printing stuff. One thing I want to point out is we see Lua is on here. Good job, Lou. You made it on the on the release notes. Developmental update. So our last update in Worlds Part 1 just a few weeks ago, it resulted in our biggest player numbers in over 5 years, which is pretty outstanding. 8 years in, and we still feel so lucky that so many folks still care about the game that we love. It gives our tiny team energy, making us want to pour more into No Man's Sky, into the No Man's Sky universe, which is exciting because that means that there's no end in sight to these updates. Something people really loved in Worlds Update was the new water technology. Lots of players were posting videos of themselves just chilling at the water's edge. One piece of fan art in particular stopped us in our tracks of a player lazily fishing from the wing of their starship. This art, and others like it, was right at the heart of the inspiration behind the Aquarius update. Now, I don't know when this art was made, but we did see some of these features, the fish models and the deep water biomes, data mined from Worlds Part 1. So this was at least on their mind during Worlds Part 1, but it's not to say that this image didn't come out before then. It seems like Sean likes to fish. All right, so here's the nitty-gritty, the patch notes. Let me scan this real quick and see what we can find. 160 varieties of fish are available to catch. That is huge. And we know that they range from common to legendary. Specialist bait, we saw that. Occasionally, inanimate objects may be retrieved from the water instead of fish. So we're going to get procedurally generated messages in a bottle, which we saw, but also water damage technology upgrades. Now, I don't know if this is going to be existing upgrades like we get with suspicious packages from the scrap dealer, or if these are going to be new types of technology that we can install, much like the rebuilt exosuit modules or the refurbished ones. I forget what they're called. Oh, the salvage tech for the Sentinels. I don't know. We're going to have to see, but there's some potential here as well. We see about the automated traps, which you can get you can research at the Space Anomaly. Nothing really new about the Exos Skip. It seems like the recoloring options are going to be an interface on the skiff itself. It's not going to have a geobay. New music has been added for the fishing experience. That's exciting. I can't wait to hear what that is. Fishing is fully compatible with first and third person play and has unique casting mechanics for VR players. I can't wait to check that out. Expedition 15 will begin shortly, it says. It gives us a list of the rewards. Water reflections are now in PSVR 2, and that's exciting. PC VR now supports reflections in water while running with reflections set to Ultra. Okay. Fixed an issue that could make it difficult to interact with some space station objects in VR. Okay, it wasn't too big of a deal. Jetpack use underwater has been improved. Some icon changes, minor visuals with the Liquidator mech. Some inventory issues, it looks like, have been updated. Nothing too big. Now, there was this shutter door base part that appeared in inventories. I don't know if you've noticed it. I certainly noticed it. This is something that comes from way back in the Foundations update. This shutter door was introduced. It did appear in my catalog. I glitched it into game. It doesn't do anything. There's no way to make it function, but it is a rare relic base part that I think I put somewhere, so I should still have it. But if it's removed, it may just disappear. Rendering issues, Xbox texture rendering, water rendering on a bunch of different platforms, rendering corruption in cockpits. This is good. Fixed an issue that could cause black speckling in the depth of field effect while playing with screen space shadows enabled. So we see this a lot on PS5. Whenever you're talking to an NPC or you're in a menu like the appearance modifiers, things like that, anything in the back that's a little bit blurry, you have that depth effect, you get this weird speckling. I think that's what they're talking about, and I hope that's what they fixed, because it doesn't affect me too much, but you do notice it. It kind of takes a little bit away from the beauty of the game, but it sounds like they're on it, so fantastic. They have some crash fixes, which is huge for me because my main base, my home base, I can't go to. I go into a crash loop. So a PS5 specific crash related to shader loading. Hopefully that's it. PS4 specific memory crash and a crash related to dialogue interactions. Fixed a number of issues related to loading freighters and frigates, and some messaging around some GPU compatibility. It seems like that's it, and that is quite a lot. It's not just, hey, we can fish in No Man's Sky. It's like you can hunt 160 different types of fauna. You have to go to a bunch of different planets to find them. We have a new exocraft, the skiff, that has a new kind of storage. We have a whole new bait system. We have a whole new set of recipes, a whole new class of items that we can cook. We have a new exosuit modification. We have a whole new multi-tool part. This is exciting. This is actually, for a little update with an expedition, this is huge. I hope you're as excited about this as I am. And I hope that you'll be doing the expedition alongside me starting tonight. I'm going to live stream a little bit, and I cannot wait to dive in to see what this is all about. I can think of at least one traveler who's going to be very excited about this. They might as well be calling this the Burger Lips update. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. The biggest of shout outs to my YouTube members at the Riftwalker tier, Yahudis Cats, JC, and Raging Furball, and my friend entities as well. I'm Ghost, and as always, dear Riftwalkers, I'll see you tonight